Spend your money on the
I
Kendrick.
I don't know if you want to talk about that Heart Part 5 before we get into what we're finna get into, but
Yeah.
I would love to if you willing.
I mean, I don't care. I saw it this morning. This nigga, when I saw it this morning, I forgot what time it was. It was 8 hours in, and this nigga had 4.3 million views already. I was like,
I had saw it like 2 hours after 2 hours after it dropped. I actually woke up from sleep. I was sleeping all day yesterday. And
oh, I thought you woke up because that car alarm.
Oh no, I was up way before then, bro. I'll tell you the story about that in a sec. But yeah, so I woke up around like 9 or 10 or something like that. I think he dropped it at 7. And when I woke up, my phone was dead, so I said, let me try my phone. And then as soon as my phone came back on, the first notification was the YouTube saying Kendrick Lamar dropped Heart Part 5. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, bet. So I watched that shit like 20 times, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit dope as fuck.
It was good. I should have watched it more, but I didn't. I only watched it once.
Yeah.
A lot of it was obviously it was great. Obviously it was good. It's gonna be unpopular opinion. I think we talked about this because I think me, you, Chris, and Jamarcus are talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really his album's coming out Friday. Obviously I'm gonna listen to it, but I'm not overly hype about it. I'm not hype over the Kendrick album.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's not that I don't like it.
It's feel like it's just been too long. You just like you ain't really all that excited for it no more.
No, honestly, I ain't never been like overly hyped for a Kendrick album, and I think it's only because though everybody like when like a mass majority of people are like on to something and they're like, oh well, no, we need this is this and gassing shit up.
Yeah.
Even though even though he is obviously want to get somebody to gas up like completely.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just something about when people do that just sets me off. Yeah.
I feel that. That's why majority of the times when it comes to listening to music, I just stay away from other people's opinions. Especially like a mass majority of people. Like I only speak to my peers when it comes to like converse about music, you know. But I feel where you're coming from because that's how I felt about G-Eazy when everybody was hyping him up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think G-Eazy worth hyping up. I'm just saying. But anyways,
you made that known completely.
Huh?
I said you made that completely known.
I mean, I got to the truth. I can't be faking out here, right? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, going back to what you were saying though, I feel you.
I think that's why I'm more into the other members of TDE as much as I am. Mm-hmm. Like Isaiah Rashad, the Schoolboy Q, because they don't be talked about enough, even though they get talked about obviously because their album sales speaks for themselves. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, they just don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say, but you know what I'm saying?
I feel where you come from, yeah. But like, let me ask you a question though. When did you start listening to Kendrick? Like when you first heard Kendrick?
First song I ever heard from Kendrick was The Recipe, which is by far one of my favorite songs from Kendrick that don't nobody really talk about. Like I fucking love The Recipe.
So when you heard The Recipe, was it right before Good Kid, Mad City dropped, or was it when they were promoting a little more?
I think it was before. I think it was before because that was one of the singles, I believe.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the first single from Good Kid, Mad City, because I remember when it dropped. I had first got back to the States. Um, yeah, when it dropped, because he dropped it in the summertime, I think.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
I tell
that was
you,
one.
let me stop. Let me stop. That is a full blown lie. That's
Okay.
that's the first song I heard from Kendrick. The first time I ever heard Kendrick, which I'm pretty sure it was a lot of people, was on Take Care on Drake's album.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
yeah, I heard Kendrick before that one. Yeah.
see, I had never heard of him before then, and then but see that also too. Back then, I was like just starting to roll into getting into music. I didn't. I got into music on in 2008 for real, for real.
About
But
me about the same time. Yeah.
but then that's when I started like using the LimeWire and MP3 Rocket and all that stuff to like
LimeWire, FrostWire,
yeah.
torrents, all type of shit, bro.
I was using I was using MP3 Rocket heavy just because it would download straight from YouTube onto my phone, and I'd be having that's back when we had I had the damn the slide up phone with the keyboard.
Yeah,
I thought that shit was amazing. So I had that shit and I would watch videos on it with my homeboys. And man, I was like, this is the greatest shit ever.
Definitely, bro. What's up?
But yeah, that's when I heard him. I heard him off of that, and I was like, it's whatever on the Take Care album. So I didn't think nothing of it. And then back then I didn't think to go look up somebody else. Like that was mainly when it was on the radio. That's what I was listening to.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. Cause I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar since Overly Dedicated. Well, it was like right before Section 80 dropped. Cause I heard him on a three-peat freestyle, a three-peat by Wayne, did the freestyle of that. And after he did the freestyle, after I heard the freestyle, I went to go check out some of his music. And Overly Dedicated was already out. So I was like, all right, let me check this out. And I listened to it. I said, oh, this shit kind of dope.
Overly Dedicated came out what 2010?
2010. Yep. But I didn't hear Overly Dedicated to like late 2010, early 2011, because he had already dropped Overly Dedicated. And then I was listening to it, vibing to it, and I heard that he was coming out with Section 80. And I was like, oh shit. So I was like, he's gearing up to drop another project.
You know what's hilarious though?
What's up?
I've never heard either one of those.
Bro, you tripping. Now I see. But
you know the type of nigga I am. I'm the type of nigga I don't like to go back and look back.
But I mean, some of his core fans would say that was some of his like best rapping back then.
No, absolutely. I see that all the time, but I'm just not that type of nigga. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I just don't be liking to go back for the most part.
I feel that.
There's like very few people that I've done that with, but for the most part, nah. I don't like going back.
I mean, me personally, that's just how I started listening to music, because I started listening to music with discography. Like well, I know it was at first it was certain albums. I'm like, let me listen to these certain albums because I heard them when I was younger, but I'm gonna re-listen to them while I'm developing a taste for music. Re-listen to them again, and then like, oh shit! So I'm listening to all my favorite artists' discography. So it just crazy that I was able to catch Kendrick Lamar at his basically as his name change, because he had a name change. I think he had an EP in 2009 called
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I seen all the stuff, and I seen when he had the name change and everything. Like I said, I just don't be.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but the point I'm trying to make is like me personally, like I started like from the beginning, so it's like it was easy for me to like just keep listening. But sometimes like I understand about going back, and because it's some projects. I mean, some people that are like, I'm like, I don't feel like going back to. I'll just listen to this shit right here. You know?
Yeah, like I feel the
But like,
same. Like I love Mac Miller, but I never went back after. Like I went, I started listening. I had heard the name. No, I had seen the name Mac Miller, but I never clicked on him until Macadelic in 2012. And then, because before that he came out Blue Slide Park, and people was like talking about Blue Slide Park, but I was like, man, this. I went back and listened to it. I was like, I don't personally, I don't like Blue Slide Park, but that's just my opinion. And then after that, I started like going into like when he would drop every year.
Yeah, Blue Slide Park was like it was released at a time where we were just. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just the time he released it at a good time, and it was good for that year. And the way he developed that project and did the visuals for that project, I thought it was dope. But I can understand if you don't care for it because it's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely I feel like it's a dope project.
No, I respect that. I don't ever trash it or nothing because like you said, people like different stuff for different reasons. And
Mm-hmm.
That's some of people's favorite Mac projects. And like I said, I'm not the one to tell you that it's not good. It's just not my thing. With that being said, what's going on, y'all? This is another episode of Prolific Project with AJ and DJ. We are going to be diving into this IDK album, Simple. He's calling it an album, but
You called it an album?
he said an album by. He said on his Twitter, it's an album by IDK. It's only 8 songs though.
But I mean, truth be told, if you really think about it, I feel like 8 songs is probably the least you can do for an album. You know, I think any range from 8, well, 8 on up. I think 7 on down is EP quality, but 8 on up. 8 is in that weird like, cause like we know 9 and up is solidified as album, but like 7 on down, and we know 7 on down solidifies EP, but 8 is in that weird spot where it can be. I feel like it can go as both. So I feel like in this case, maybe it could be an EP because it's only 18 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's in a weird spot for me.
But see, then you got the whole what it was 2018, the Keep That Same Energy, Kissy Goes. What was that Nas album?
Was Nasir with Kanye?
Yeah, Nasir. It's in Daytona. So I mean, when those are all 7.
Yeah, when you put it in that sense, then but I think if I'm not mistaken, Daytona was longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it has to factor in tracks and time. So I don't know. It's real tricky. I mean, I guess however it make you feel at this point, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. It's at this point it's all semantics. It's, I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
Whatever you calling it is what it is. But so we did not review last year Use For Yourself.
Did not.
No, You See Yourself. No, it was Use For Yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was one of my that was one of my
a really, really good project.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite projects of last year. Just
Red got a lot of plays out of me.
Yeah, man. Just and also just the whole concept of the him letting out all of his pretty much his traumas, like him with his auntie and his mama problems and his stepdad problems and like all that stuff. So he's a great artist. Cause I don't think you listened to him before last year, did you?
Yeah, I didn't know too much about him. I saw his name before, but I didn't know too much about him.
Yes, and I know
Use for Yourself was the first project I heard from him.
Jamarcus's introduction to him was the only song he said he had heard was the Porno with JID and Pusha T.
Mm-hmm.
So he hadn't heard nothing then. But my introduction to him was he released a mixtape called Bank. What it was? Empty Bank. It was Empty Bank, and I think it was released in 2015 or 16. And I listened to that, and that was back when he was JIDK instead of just IDK. So yeah, that was my introduction to him, and I loved him ever since.
For sure.
Yeah, it was 2016. I was right, 2016. But yeah, like I said, going into all the other projects that he released, like the I was very bad and Sub Trap. Like I've been a fan of IDK for a little minute. But I didn't I will say I didn't really like dive into him until last year. With the Use for Yourself, which, like I said, was one of my favorite projects last year. So going into Simple, what is your thoughts and your opinions on this project?
This particular project I feel like was really good. Because starting out with Drugstore, bro, that's a groove, bro.
Man, that's how you start. That's how you start a project off right there.
And I like how he did the Southeast of Paris and ended with Paris to Southeast. That shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, it doesn't have a bad song on here, bro. Like there's like Dog Food with Denzel Curry, dope ass track.
I like the way it was bouncy, bro. I was like, bro, like that's kind of dope.
But look, like when he called it Simple, and that's exactly what the project was. But it was like a simple bounce to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, bro, he did his thing on this one. I really like this project.
Absolutely.
And it's it feels like an EP when you listen to it, but the songs have album song quality.
Yeah, you know? He's always been really particular with production, which I love about him. You can even tell from Use for Yourself that his production was like he needs things a certain way. Like you can, and I think I said this before, but you can really see because he doesn't sound like him, but you can really see Kanye influences in him. And like
he kind of has the same like he has like a similar voice to earlier Kanye, like voice sounding.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he raps like Kanye. He just like sounds like him a little bit.
Absolutely. Because he like on certain songs you can hear the little inflections in his voice. And like you said, the only two features on here was Denzel Curry and Mike Dimes, which I really want to review Mike Dimes because that album is really fucking good that he dropped in Dime We Trust that came out this year. The album last year he came out with was dope as fuck. But anyways, the Code, he was flown on the Code. Both of them niggas flown on them.
Yeah, both of them was, yeah.
And what I love also too is the like you said, going back to the production, in between each song, the transitions were flawless. And then going to Paris to Southeast, that message at that song was basically a message, and it just flows back into drugstore. I was like, what?
The way it did it is like I didn't realize the album was all. I mean, it restarted the album because it felt like it kept going. And so I'm listening. I said, I thought it was only 8 songs on this motherfucker. It's like going on forever. Like, damn. But it gives you that infinite loop feel, and I feel like that's good because it makes you always want to go back to it because you get like you don't even have to put this in a playlist for real. For real. You just let it play and just let it loop itself.
Absolutely. And see, this is one reason. This is a what I love about this. This is a definition of an artist, not just a rapper, not just a singer. An artist in totality.
In full fledged, yeah.
Shit, even from the cover art, which is dope as fuck to me. Like,
yeah,
like
and in a way that's simple too.
Yes,
you
man.
know. So it has a lot of the album titles theme on here. So I like it.
But so it has 8 tracks. Give me 3.
All right. Definitely give me Drugstore. Drugstore, Dog Food, and probably The Code.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, those are 3 that stood out to me. But like Breath and Breathe and Zaza Trees, just I mean, man, you can't really pick a bad song with this shit, bro. Like this shit.
Yeah, like you said earlier, man. There's nothing you could take off. Bro. Like there's nothing bad on here.
And it's like singling other songs out made me feel bad because I'm like, damn, I like this song too.
It's like disrespectful if you leave anything else out.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna probably bump this when we get off this episode too. So
absolutely.
And before you ask the question, yes, I will probably give Vinyl this if he had it. Off the cover alone though.
Oh, the cover is tough as hell.
Yeah, bro.
If you go on his website, he released merch for this. So he's releasing like posters of different cover arts, like the different cover arts from this specific artist. I forget the guy's name. Hold on, let me see, because I want to give him his credit, because like I said, the artwork is dope. The cover, the different artwork for each thing is dope too. So the artist name is Libolin. It's spelled Libolin. Libolin. So I don't know who the guy is. I've never heard of him before.
I never heard that.
I'm not into that the art scene like that, but all these other different covers. He's got hoodies of them. He's got what you call he's got plain like booster cards. He's got t-shirts. Like these are the type of artwork. And he's got more like that, like different posters, and they're like $50. They're signed, and they're like he's only got a select few of them. So I'm like, they're supposed to be, I think of each is like 1 to 20.
Man, hey, that's a nice hustle.
Absolutely.
Nice hustle. And then it's a creative hustle too, because like all the artwork he got behind it, all the merch and stuff. And then like when you have a creative like merch campaign like that, it's just like that's people, especially your core fans, they gonna buy that up quick.
Absolutely. And then also
look at IDK, man.
Yeah, and then my the last thing I'm gonna add is before I get my tracks, and obviously I get a vinyl of this easy.
Oh, so. Definitely. Yeah, that's why I answered the question before you asked.
But it's interesting and it's funny and it's dope as fuck that like the album is called Simple, but you got all these different like intricate things that you got going on with this one project that's only 8 songs and only 18 minutes. And man, it's just, and along with the cover art, it's an oxymoron on itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So I love this. I love this project. It's very dope. Like you said, I'm most likely gonna bump this right after we get off.
Yeah.
My tracks, give me Drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do Zaza Tree in the cold.
Okay.
Even though I love dog food, and I love Southeast. I love Southeast to Paris and taco and all this shit was dope as fuck, man. All this shit was dope.
Yeah,
But
the whole thing.
yeah. Yeah, man. This has been another episode of Prolific Project with AJ and DJ. And
Go to Marcus.
we'll see you in the next video.
All right, man.